I bought this gem for about 40 quid. So let's take the dog out for a walk and have a chat. Yeah, you lead on. Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Border collies shed so much friggin' hair. Not multitasking today. Got a new camera yesterday, and I wanted to just take it out for a little spin this morning, but as you can see I got the dog, so I need to do a bit of dog walking and a bit of camera reviewing. Oh, here we go. I quite like to go on eBay and look for bargains. I'm always doing that. Kind of helps with the gas, which a lot of us suffer with. But yeah, look for a bargain, look for a really cheap bit of kit, or a really good bit of kit that's been sold quite cheaply. And I did stumble across a camera I don't need. A camera which is, I think it's about 14 years old maybe. But it just looks like a little fun camera to have in the bag. Something quite cheap, cheerful. Yeah, like an everyday carry kind of thing. And that is this, the Lumix GF2. Got a DJI 50mm on there at the minute. Put this in IA auto mode. Oof. So I picked this up for 40 quid on eBay, and I'll film some close-ups of it because you can't really see it on this POV angle, but yeah, got it for a really good price, and it's absolutely mint. If you look at the base of it, it is pristine. It's just a testament to how good this is, if you can see that, but in really good neck. So I was more than happy to find this for the price in which I did. Just gonna walk down to the lake. What's the time? It is 7:10 in the morning. So the Lumix GF2, it's a very capable camera, and a very small camera, which is always handy to have. Now I've got the DJI on the front, but I am going to possibly pick up the 14mm f2.5, which seems to be the ideal lens to have with a camera of this size. I've got the GX80, which is a great little kind of street travel camera, and like I said, I don't really need the GF2, but I just really like the idea of having a really cheap camera just to literally sling in a bag. This was very early kind of Panasonic Lumix camera, around the year 2010. And so yeah, it's about 15 years old now, or just over 15 years, 16 years old. And it shares, I think it's quite a similar sensor to the Lumix GH2, which is a camera I absolutely adore. Produces lovely images. GF2 is only a 12 megapixel camera, and so you're not really going to be cropping in too much on the images you're going to be getting, and you're not going to be blowing these images up to massive print either, so you can bear that in mind. But 12 megapixels, you can still get decent size images if you've decided to print some of your shots. But for EDC, you know, little trips away, bit of street photography in the day, I think it's a perfect little camera to have. It's also got it's got autofocus, it's got that contrast detect autofocus, and for photography it's quite snappy. Haven't really noticed any major issues. Oops, squirrels. It's got a lovely click shutter sound. It does have a touch screen, although very clunky touch screen, but it kind of works, which makes things a little bit easy because there's not many controls on the camera, to be honest. You do have a shutter, a record button, a auto mode button, you have a little back scroll wheel, and then you have a playback button, and then like a dial pad with ISO, white balance, and then you can change your burst modes, and then obviously your focusing options too. There is a Q menu, but that's quite limited if you compare it to modern Lumix cameras, but it's also all you pretty much need for just your general walking about kind of lens shooting. So yeah, let's get some of this. Wait, got a shot of you, Rocky, come here, ready, stay, look at me. I think the perfect shooting mode for these kind of cameras is one of the auto modes. There's not enough dials really to kind of be on the fly, change your manual settings. I think if you try and do that, it's going to be quite a frustrating camera to use. So I'm quite happy for using this camera in auto mode. I think it just makes it more of a pleasurable experience. You can just literally just, you know, take it out, put a lens on, and snap away. This can shoot video, max resolution, full HD, 1080i, and that's in an AVC HD codec. But as you would expect from a camera this old, you're not going to get really crisp, detailed HD footage. So yeah, but it does have video if you do need it. It's also got a built-in mono mic, and again, you're not really going to get high quality audio, but it's there if you need it. The screen is touchscreen. It's a 3-inch touch LCD screen, 460,000 dots. So not bad for playback a review of images, but yeah, not high quality. Whoa, you're flicking that on me again. And it does do continuous shooting, as I mentioned, but that's 3.2 frames per second, and the shutter speed goes down to 60 seconds, and you can get up to 1/4000th of a second. So yeah. Now, I did have the GX1, and I sold that GX1 because I was going to get the GX80, and I didn't feel I would use it as much. And the GX1 is a far... turn that off actually. The GX1 is a really good camera, but it's worth about 150, 200 pound. So it's not the cheapest of cameras, and the GX80 is a far more capable camera. So the reason why I picked this up, because it kind of reminds me of the GX1. 2 seconds, wait. Kind of reminds me of the GX1, but it's not as expensive, which is also a massive bonus. So, and you can get a viewfinder for this. There's none obviously built in, but you can get the I think it's the EVLF1, and I did have the EVLF2 for the GX1. Also used that with the LX7, and it was a good viewfinder. It does add a bit of height to the camera, so you know, it does make it a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, but can prove very handy when it comes to really sunny days. You know, the screen isn't the best, it's not the brightest, but if you're, you know, in a city and you want to get some daylight shots and you can't see the back of the screen, and obviously a viewfinder is going to be very helpful. Also, low angle, if you want to get down low, obviously the screen doesn't flip out, so you might struggle there. Oh, that's a nice shot. Hang on, 2 seconds. Good boy. Obviously you can't flip the viewfinder out, so having an EVF would help with that too. So I mean, they're only small, they're not massively expensive, so I might pick one up just to have in the bag just in case, but I quite like it as it is, without having the viewfinder on. So yeah, we'll see. Oop. Also, if you're going to pick up the DJI lens, get this lens hood from AliExpress. It's a full metal lens hood. It's got like a little cap that goes on it. I've got it with me. Hang on. And it just fits over the top, like so. Look how smart that is. So if you do get this lens hood from AliExpress. It's a full metal one. It fits it perfectly. It does the job, and it does feel quite premium. It adds. It's kind of a little loose, not so loose it's going to fall off, but it does feel a little bit, there's a bit of wiggle there. But yeah, it's a solid lens hood, so I do recommend that, guys. Ooh, it's a nice path. It's my ISO one, let's drop that down. What are you doing your head in, stopping and starting all the time? It is a beautiful morning. We've had so much rain lately, but finally a bit of sun, a bit of consistent sun too. Ooh. Now, if you're a back button focused nut job like I am, you won't be able to do that with this camera. So that might be an issue with some people. I don't mind it because of the way I'm going to use the camera, very casual. So just your usual shutter, full focus and shutter release. Perfectly fine for me with this camera, but it's worth noting, I guess. Ooh. Also, you're not getting any stabilization with this camera, so that's something to note. But Panasonic do loads of stabilized lenses, so there's always that if you need to have a bit of stabilization in your setup. Shot of these. 2 seconds. Good boy. He's knocked it now, haven't he? Wait. What a nightmare you are. Yeah, multitasking is not, with a dog and a camera, it's not ideal. Lush morning. What a beautiful morning. Such a lovely lake around by where I live. Yeah, wait there. Come here. Absolutely stunning this morning. I'll do the zoom right on now. Good boy, stay. That bread's not for you. Sit. Stay. Good boy. So yeah, Lumix GF2. It's really solid. It's got a bit of weight to it, mind. Feels good. Feels quality. Say a little bit of heft, a little bit of weight to it, but that can only be a plus, I guess. Oh, heron. Oh, he's going to kick off when he sees this bird. He's going to kick off. That's why we call him Rocky. So he's going to fly off and I get a shot. Oh, he's got some balls on there. Did I get that? Oh, I might have. Hey, not in there, not in there. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well, it does have a built-in flash, which can which could prove to be quite useful for low light, if you're out and about, out with some food, out with friends, nighttime stuff. So obviously I'm going to put up some images as this video goes on, of my little walk. Yeah, let me know what you think of this camera. I really like it, and it's some cameras just give you this feel like you want to get out and shoot. So I'm really interested to see the results now. Good boy, stay. Yeah, see the results of this camera, and yeah, I'll share them and you can have a look and let me know what you think. So I think I'll call it a day. Enjoy some of these images. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and goodbye.